morning, Chamber members. Welcome to Monday Minute for Monday, June the 15th, 2020. Not a lot of new information for you, but some really interesting statistics, a couple of things. But first, I just want to mention the new 5 Minutes for Business is out for June, and it's talking about the Canadian Chamber's roadmap to recovery and the main policy areas. You'll remember, I believe we linked the actual roadmap to recovery document that has every one of the 51 recommendations in it. But this is just a brief for you in case you didn't read through the other. The interesting statistics that I mentioned earlier. So the Business Resilience Service that you know that the Canadian Chamber started with the accountants and so on, the Chartered Professional Accountants Association in Canada, that by Thursday at our conference call, they had received over 2,000 unique business calls to that service to help for advice and support during COVID. So that was very positive. It certainly sounded positive and was received that way. And also, of the 62 $10,000 grants that were being offered through the Chamber from Salesforce, by Thursday there had been 765 applications from businesses across country, and I know that there were members of the Battlefords Chamber that were included in that, but I'm sure by the end of Friday, when the application period closed, there will be even more. So no doubt they will have a difficult time on their hands to get them down to those winners of only 62. Also, the Canadian Chamber Policy Team has really moved their focus now to rebuilding and recovery, spending a lot of time working with governments on growth and development moving forward. They also presented at the Standing Committee for the Senate on Finances last week, presenting their arguments for economic recovery. And then a lot of the focus was on the tourism industry. We know that hotels and tourism specifically has been the hardest hit sector, was the first to be hit and will likely be the longest to take time to come out of the pandemic and its hangover. So there was some really interesting things on tourism. We'll make sure to forward those to you as time goes on. And then on the provincial front, of course, today the provincial government in Saskatchewan will release their actual budget. We know that they just released expense numbers a few months ago. Of course, they were to bring down their budget in March, but with the pandemic announcement, they did not release the entire budget. But we expect to see that today, so no doubt there will be some information and reports for you coming forward in the next days and next week. So I hope you have a great week in business, and we will talk again soon.